age 13 when she got her start.
You bet. Blue, Leanne Rhymes. We'll have to do her version of Cattle Call next week. What do you say?
Definitely. Miss Yodeling Sensational.
But you know what?
It's time to head 'em out.
Yeah, head 'em out, ride 'em up, whatever, rawhide.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, folks, thanks for being with us.
Again on another week.
Yep, we'll be back next week.
And don't forget your leftovers.
Ooh, it's Turkey Day.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
But you can relive it all you want. And never underestimate the healing power of blasting 80s music and dancing around your kitchen like a total idiot.
I can do that. Have a good one, everybody.
Just don't sing.
No, I never sing. See ya, folks.
Oh yeah, here we go. These marching feet. Oh yeah, this is Mr. Too Easy and Warrior Empowerment Hour, where we're here as I talk about my years in the service, years before the service, and years after the service. So what does that consist of? Okay, I was in the Army 16 years, but before then, I went to high school, went to college. After that, I worked in the workforce. So when I usually talk about my life experiences with PTSD, TBI, depression, apathy, isolation, intrusive thoughts, survivor's guilt, manic depression, anxiety, sadness, anger, irritability, insomnia, loss of appetite, headaches, fatigue, flashbacks, nightmares, triggers. So That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, but I hopefully some of the things that I say or mention on the show that you can go back and understand a little bit better about some of our combat veterans. I don't speak for all veterans. I just speak for me because these are my life experiences. Now we're all not the same, but sometimes we have some similarities. So with that, let me get some of these reads on. Let's see, John Allison Public House, Sunday at John Allison Public House is another community fundraiser. 15% of all sale goes to American Heroes Motorcycle Association. You dine in style and give the community at the same time. Dine in and give the community at the same time. Just as the John Allison Public House does every Sunday. Involve your community. John Allison Public House and WRGG 93.7. Yes. Let's see. Forever Young Christmas Show. WRGG presents Forever Young Country Christmas Show at Historic Star Theater, 23 West Seminary Street in Mercersburg. Get into Christmas spirit, country style, with Dale and Kip Young, and Forever Young Ministries, featuring traditional country and original Christmas songs. The show will be Thursday, December 19th from 1 to 3 p.m. Junior admission is just $20. Contact Linda at 717-597-5460. Getting you in the holiday spirit with your friends at the Historical Star Theater and WRGG 93.7. Let's see. Cub Pack 13 Pajama Drive. It is time of the year again. This time is the giving and the time to help benefit the children of Hershey Medical Center Pediatric Center. In honor of Winston Rock Club, Cub Scout Pack 13 is collecting pajamas again. They are looking for new pajamas with tags still attached, 2-piece sets and bottoms instead of zippers, and all big and small. Let's see. And can drop off the pajamas here at WRGG Studios, located at 113 South Carlisle Street. The drive concludes December 13th. Proud to be a part of your community. We are 93.7. We are WRGG. Let's see. Jan Zill Wines and WRGG is teaming up, making you a winner once a month. You'll be given a chance to win a wine tasting for two at Jan Zill Wines, located at 251 Grant Street in Chambersburg. Of course, you must be 21 to win, but all you have to do is listen on the last Wednesday of the month, and you know Wine Wednesdays will be the correct caller. It is really that simple. For all the friends of John Zill Wines and WRGG 93.7 FM, that's what I'm talking about. Also, Mayhem, if you're looking for a new used automobile, Mayhem Auto Brokers, located at 6088 Molly Pitcher Highway. You can contact them at 717-375-4800. If it has wheels, they are selling it. Cars, trucks, motorcycles. They may even have a rickshaw. I don't know. Let's see. Don't forget Blackout and all of their supporters, Agent Orange, and the other vehicles that support our veterans, our first responders. You can donate to their PayPal at CT, that's Charlie Tango, 1234567 at Comcast.net. Also, if you're in the New Hampshire area and you're a veteran, they have a place called Camp Resilience that's for all eras of veterans. So check them out. And also visit the Gunstock Inn and the Treats Top Adventure. Pretty awesome. Also, Chambersburg Phoenix semi-pro football team is gearing up for the next season, so they still continue to collect donations, and they would like to thank all of their supporters from the last season. So if you would like to give your support, contact Mr. Brunfield at 717-491-6839. So here we go. So let's get into it. So I'm going to speak on basically an experience I had working in the civilian sector in the Maryland area. Because of course I grew up in the Maryland area. I grew up in Prince George's County, ran for public office in Prince George's County, and worked in Prince George's County. So I will speak on those type of things and how I grew up in Prince George's County. before I was in the service and then while I was in the service. So that's how that pertains to this week's topic. So of course, before I do that, let me play a song. Okay, so I think that's pretty fitting. So the song will be Ready for War by T. Powell. So he does a lot of inspiring music. So here it is.
Never, in nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. Never, never, never.
Got a Superman spirit with a nine-leaf fight. Got my eyes on the prize, I ain't worried about the hype. See, I came here for a walk, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option. Got a Superman spirit, a nine-leaf fight. Got my eyes on the prize, I ain't worried about the hype. See, I came here for a walk, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option. I've been criticized and doubted. They talk like I ain't bout it. I'm a volcano ready to erupt, so I came here to get rowdy. Competition's talking reckless, but that's what I expected. I'm the Dwight Howard of this game, so all that nonsense gets rejected. I need rage up in this cage. I'm the king of this here ring. I flow just like a butterfly, like a bee.
Same to you, brother.
So let's get ready to rumble. I have taken many blows and not one time I've ever stumbled. So be calm in the storm and never let them stress you. Gotta have ice in your veins while staying cool under pressure. A fire in your eyes, a hunger in your heart, a resolve to never quit and about to finish what you start. There's no gain without no pain, no testimony without a test. So when it's said and done, you'll have a story to confess. So let's get ready for war as we make our critics feel it with a nine-leaf fight and the Superman spirit. Got a Superman spirit with a nine-leaf fight. Got my eyes
on the prize, fingers on the fight.
See, I came here for war, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option. Got a Superman spirit, a nine-leaf fight. Got my eyes on the prize, I ain't worried about the hype. See, I came here for war, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option. As I sway from side to side, my heart beating in my chest. Here's the moment of truth to put these naysayers to rest. They said I couldn't do it, I've been called an underachiever. Well, here's my opportunity to turn them all into believers. So don't count me out just yet, I'm just getting started. And if you bet against me, I guarantee you will be sorry. I came to bring the pain, I came to start a riot. The negativity that they sellin', keep your money, don't buy it. I'm that eagle on the lizard, stay crafted like a wizard. So focused on my target like a sniper in a blizzard. I came here ready for war, I came here ready for battle. I tossed and turned all through the night. I call that sleepless in Seattle, rise and shine to the victory. I'm here to write my history, persevere through all the storms, and I never let it get to me. With an eye-lead fight and the Superman spirit, the opposition don't stand a chance, and I'm ready to make them feel it. Got a Superman spirit with an eye-lead fight. Got my eyes on the prize, I ain't worried about the hype. See, I came here for war, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option. Got a Superman
spirit, eyes on the prize.
I came here for war, so let's get this thing poppin'. I'ma finish what I started, cause quitting's not an option.
That's a good hype song right there. So for everybody, hey, that's called Ready for War by T. Powell. So let's get right into it. So, of course, I grew up originally grew up in Seat Pleasant, Maryland. Then my family moved to Lanham, Maryland. And then from there, I moved to Silver Spring once I became an adult on my own. And then voila, joined the Army and all this other stuff. So before that, let's see where I can start at. Okay, so I ran for office in 2001. So that'd have been election year of 2002. So of course, Jack Johnson was running. He was running for county executive. You had, let's see, his opponent was, what is her name? Audrey Scott. Yes. And then we had the first black lieutenant governor, Michael Steele, and the current governor was Bob Ehrlich. So there was a great team. And then I ran for state delegate against Tawana Gaines, who was recently in the paper, and so was Jack Johnson. So of course we already know Baltimore, Maryland. They've been in the paper for the past 3 mayors, been arrested and all that stuff with either selling books, kids' books to some school that they never got it, and misuse of government and city funds and taxpayer dollars. So then, of course, when I ran for state delegate, of course, Jack Johnson was running for county executive at the same time. I did not back Jack Johnson, but one of my people that was on my campaign did. So I got to meet the person. Great guy, I guess, but just wasn't my cup of tea. So I know my uncle backed him because he was looking for a job. So once he won, he got his job. But then later in his election, while he was in county exec, I guess he was embezzling money, and they ended up arresting him and his wife. And his wife, they had him on audio, and you can YouTube this. He was on the phone with his wife telling her stuff about 300 grand in her bra and in her underwear. So that was wild. That's Prince George's County for you. Okay, so that's 1 year. So then, of course, when I ran, for people who do know me, I'm a conservative and I'm also a Republican. So hey, he didn't like that, so he didn't back me. That was no big deal. But I was backed by the Republican Party. It was wonderful. I didn't win, but it was 3 seats for the state delegate. Tawana Gaines won. Justin Ross won, and I forgot the third person. I was number 4, so it was like 9 people running, and I was in the top 4, which is pretty good, so no problem. So fast forward to present day, Tawana Gaines has been under, I guess, she pled guilty to misuse of campaign funds and taxpayer dollars. So you can YouTube and Google that. That was just recent. And of course, that's in Prince George's County again. So then we moved to where I last worked in Seat Pleasant, Maryland, as the director of public works. So of course, only few people knew I was Republican. So we used to have these weekly meetings, which to me was a waste of time. But hey, when people want to make change, that's what they do. So it was Tuesdays and Thursdays. So usually, I would think a executive meeting would last maybe an hour or 2. They would last almost 3-4 hours, and it's usually 8-hour work week. So you do the math. It's a waste of time to me, especially if you work in public works. So of course, every time I went to the meeting, a certain someone had to be like, oh well, we had to hire one of them. He's a Republican. Da 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 da. Okay, yeah, okay, whoop-de-doo. It's funny, but it started to get old. So then, under this current person, people was getting fired left and right. So of course, under our current administration of president, people was getting fired. Well, the media put in there, people was getting fired left and right. So I made a joke, which was pretty funny to me. But I said, okay, what does Seat Pleasant and the Trump administration has in common? They fired the same amount of people in the same amount of time. So it was pretty funny because, yeah, it was actually. So then, of course, we get into, simple things like when I first got there, public works guys, I think it was like 15 public works employees, okay? So usually when they have an event that has food or have any event, public works set up and they tear down the event. Or break down. Shouldn't use the word tear down. Break down. So they had like, I think it was some kind of breakfast they had. So public works came in, set up everything. Boom. No problem. So everyone that attended the event, and it was a free event, the event ate breakfast like twice, came for seconds and thirds. So of course I know my guys are out there working very, very hard. So I told one of the employees, I said, hey, can you make some of the guys a plate, put it to the side, and then once you get everyone a plate, go ahead and take it to the shop, tell everyone to meet at the shop so they can eat a hot meal. So in the midst of doing this, she get confronted by, I guess, one of the people of the executive team. So, and I tell all my employees, if someone come to you and say something to you, tell them come see your director, because there's no need to go back and forth, okay? I'm the director. If I tell you to do something, you do it. If it's wrong, someone thinks it's wrong, you say, hey, come see my director. He's the one who told me to do it. Boom, buck stops there. It's just that simple. That's how things should work in life, but some places it doesn't. So someone came over to her, was like, oh, what are you doing? Public Works, they get the food when it's all over and the event is over. So, okay, so the event started at 7, wasn't over till like noontime. So that means the Public Works employee is going to eat cold food. So to me, that's not right. It was already warm. Everyone came up for second and thirds. No one else is in line. Even the caterer's about to pack up. So make the plates water hot. So of course, so of course they said something to the employee. The employee said, my director told me to fix these plates. Boom. So the person come over to me and I said, hey, look, slavery is over. My guy's going to eat a hot meal. They set up this meal. They set up the whole facility. Why can't they eat a hot meal? They're eating at the shop. They're not eating in front of you guys. So boom. Okay, we'll just talk offline. Okay, whatever. Boom, I move on. So then we have, some other things happen. So, of course, this person wants to be the mayor of America, kind of like Giuliani, but he'll never be that. He can't be that. So, of course, come up with all these little things, and I'm going to make the city a smart city, but you spend all this money, and then you end up spending taxpayer dollars to take a trip to China and all this other stuff, which is just stupid. So then you use, since the mayor's in charge of the police force of this city, no city in Pennsylvania, but city in Maryland, Prince George's County, hence the word Prince George's County. You see all this corruption is coming from? So you use police force to drive you to and from New York, drive you to Ohio. That's real good. That's taxpayer dollars paying that salary. So that's great. No problem. Still get the per diem. But no one seems to say anything. So what I've noticed is when you do buck the system, as they say, or when you do kind of, use common sense, because obviously common sense is so common, then you get blackballed, then you get rumors on you and stuff like that. And everyone know I shoot straight from the hip. That's just me, okay? So I've noticed, a friend of mine, another director, he was getting a little perturbed, trying to speak out. And you know what? He ended up resigning, but then they spread some bad rumors about him. And I know that guy isn't like that, but hey, they had to save face. But it is what it is. So then also I see, and also in the media, you can Google and YouTube this. So one of the officers, it was a guy on the street videotaping, which is not illegal, videotaping a traffic stop or anything like that or any public place. It's part of your First Amendment right. So this guy was falsely arrested, and even the judge was like, you just wasted, tax dollars by arresting this guy and even bringing him to court. So the judge kind of yelled at the officer and stuff like that. So, common sense isn't so common. Abuse of power, think you're above the law, but hey, it is what it is. But no one says anything. This is the whole thing. No one says anything when it's someone on the left. But if it's someone, on the right or Republican or independent, then it's an issue. At the end of the day, I'm a person with values, have morals, have integrity, have honor, have selfless service, and have my duty to my country. And of course, I get the label because, I live in Pennsylvania, God, guts, and country. But at the end of the day, God is the reason I woke up every day. I love this country because I did 16 years in the Army fighting for this country, fighting for everyone in the country. Even if someone wants to do something silly, as I see as silly, as kneeling, as burning the flag, as stomping on a flag, hey, at the end of the day, that's your right, okay? If there's laws against it, then you answer to the law. But at the end of the day, I fight for you to do that, okay? Because we are free. And some people just don't understand. In my mind, I think every person should do at least 2 years in a branch of service to go abroad to see how people are living. Because let me tell you something. People are dying to come in this country for a reason. They're not dying to come to the United States because we're a racist country. They're not dying to come to the United States because we're a poor country. They're not dying to come into the United States, because they hate who our current president or our past president is, or whoever's in office. That's not why they're dying and risking life and limb to come to this wonderful country. So those are just some things to think about. So then, of course, in some of the media in Pennsylvania, our last president had brought in some immigrants from Syria. I think it was Syria, yeah. And the students got together and sued the school system. So it wasn't our current Americans that's law-abiding citizen taxpayers that sued the school system. It was ones that just got here. So as a veteran like myself, of course I get a little pissed off, but when you go to basic training AIT, they tell you one thing: you have no opinion. You are property of U.S. government. We don't care if you don't like the current president, current elected officials. That's not your job. Your job is to follow orders. That's it. Plain and simple. It's cut and dry. Who cares if you didn't like Lincoln, you didn't like Bush, you didn't like Clinton. At the end of the day, you are government property. You do not have an opinion. And if you did something wrong, you was guilty until proven innocent. So it was total separate. Okay? Just like with the don't ask, don't tell policy. Look here, I knew people was funny in my unit, but you know what? They fought right beside me. Left to my right. Who cared? Who really cared? Okay? They were part of the family. They still are part of the family. At the end of the day, guess what? You're a human being. That's all that matters. You know? And that's just how I see it. But some may not see it that way. Last 3 years. Okay. Just had a message come through. But some may not see it that way, but that's just my opinion. I love every single person. And that's the way we should do. You know, pay it forward. Who cares what race, color, and creed you are? At the end of the day, you know, my drill sergeant told me there's one, what did he say? There's one important color that's going to be evident throughout life, and that's the color green. My uniform is green that you have on, and the color of money is green. Those are the only thing that's important. And when you think about it, was he wrong? No, not really. Because even if you're not in the service, guess what? Money is still green. That's the only thing that's important. You still got to pay your bills. You still got to pay your mortgage. You still got to work. No matter who you are. You can have all the money in the world. You still got to work for it. Still got to work to keep it. It just doesn't come to you. So, with that, I'm going to play another song, take a break, and read these messages came through. This song is called PTSD.
I dedicate this song right here to a friend of mine struggling with PTSD. Yeah. 18% of most Americans
I need no more cold food.
Mine was anxiety, suicidal thoughts. But I found hope. Hope in Christ. Yeah. If you want it and you need it, don't let no one stand in your way. If you know that you can beat it, put a smile upon your face and sing it like sing it like sing it like. Yeah, I know a friend who's close to end, so I wrote this to show him that it's hope for him. My hope is every note would be that spoke to him, cause he's at the end of his rope, trying to cope with thin images of bodies, blood they soaking in, evils of war, committed by hopeless men, images of soldiers sold into his brain, he showed us them looking over his shoulder, making sure even though he know it's them, his family. How can it be an army vet comes home and sees shade like a canopy? Sean and can't get a job, this is insanity. Cause he's resourceful, use a toothpick to open a can of peas. He wants peace, but it's PTSD he can't appease. All he knows is attention about face and stand at ease. This is a standard scene, our soldiers are damaged deep. Scars on their brain from all of the crap they say. You want it, and you need it, don't let no one stand in your way. If you know that you can beat it, put a smile upon your face and sing it like sing it like sing it like. So will you pray for my brother? He ain't the only one, man. There's way too many others. What about the young kid? Seen too much at an early age. Now he's afraid, perceives every action as spurs of rage. Can't sleep, he's terrified, though he wants to brave every fear, but he's paralyzed, slave to a monstrous haze. He wants to take his life and walk amongst the graves. But hold on, youngster, wait, it's gonna be better days. I remember when I would whimper. Anxiety had tied me till I would give up. Talking to my dad, asked him to take my life. Like end it all, crying sad when he ain't comply. But Jesus came on that famous night. He saved my soul and he made it right. Although the pain didn't go away, I had hope eventually it would take its flight. You want it and you need it, don't let no one stand in your way. If you know that you can beat it, put a smile upon your face and sing it like sing it like sing it like get up, pick your head up, know the pain ain't even let up, and get
Oh yeah, that's a good song by D. Thomas called PTSD. So I had Top just send a message. She said, after being 3 years deployed, you don't want to eat any cold food. After being 3 years deployed, because I've done three tours as well, and I got tired of eating off of styrofoam and paper and plastic. So when I'm home, that's the last thing. Oh my Lord Jesus, that's the last thing I want to eat off. If I go to a place and I see that they serve it on paper and plastic, I tell the wife, I said, no, I ain't staying here. No, I gotta go. And we go out to restaurants, we go out to bars that have like live music and stuff. And usually after 10, when the kitchen is about to close, and the bar or certain areas don't give drinks in glass, they give it in cups. That I understand. But it's just when you first go in and they give you plastic cup, I'm gone. I'm done. But that's just my pet peeve because, oh God, eating with sand blowing in your food or, oh Lord, on paper and plastic. I got tired of that. Fork used to always break. The plate used to be, oh my Lord, nah. I'm getting triggered already. But, but that's just one of my little pet peeves of my deployments. Some things, we take for granted. And even like when I go to barbecues and stuff, I'll be like, man, I don't want to go because I know they're going to be eating off paper and plastic. So I kind of just, nibble here and there, stuff I can put on a napkin and then be done. But that's just me. My close friends and people that know me understand, so it's not weird. But if I do this like around like true civilians, so to speak, they have no idea. And they're like, oh my God. And they, of course, they're probably like, oh, he's bougie or he think he's better. No, at the end of the day, if you're deployed for 4 to 5 years and all you eating is off of paper and plastic, the last thing you want to do is eat off paper and plastic or eat cold food. It's different when you eat cold food when you're in college and it's cold pizza, or you just, you're out with your buddies for the weekend and you guys got leftover pizza and you wake up and eat some cold pizza. That's something different. But I'm talking about like truly cold food, truly eating off paper and plastic for real. It's no joke. So, but that's just food for thought. And as one of the people I follow on social media, he said, okay, I digress. So, but people just think about, who we vote for. No matter what office it is, in my opinion, your municipality office is your most important because that's where you see where your tax dollars are going. I have a really good friend of mine, and she's a very smart woman. She's an elected official, and she says, you know what? No matter, and she owns a lot of property in Prince George County. She says, when she look at her taxes, she said, you have to follow the money. She said, follow the money. She said, no matter what you do, follow the money. And it's pretty simple. You want to know where your tax dollars are going. You want to know where your school dollars are going. When you pay that tax for your what's it, the school tax? Oh my Lord. I can imagine having more than one property paying a school tax for 2 or 3 properties. But hey, it is what it is. But you have to follow the money. It's sad. Of course, each city, each state has different issues, but that's terrible. At least here in Franklin County, it's pretty cut and dry. You can pretty much follow the dollar to the T, and you know where it's going. And you know who your elected officials are. You see them all the time. They ain't taking no trips out of the country. I can see the president going to China and getting them those college basketball players and brought them back so they don't get prosecuted, stuff like that. I don't see no mayor going to China saying, oh, well, we're bringing stuff back for the city. Really? That's what the president's supposed to do. Okay? That ain't your role. Know your role. But it is what it is. Everybody's different. Everyone wants to, strive to be something excellent when they're not. Taking people, read a book and then taking their slogan, making it yours. It's stupid. But hey, to each his own. But, I remember my grandmother told me, she says, you know what? She said, family will screw you first. And I thought she was talking about, my blood family. Nope. It's your circle of family that you're around that'll screw you first. And I didn't figure that out until I'm in my 40s. That's sad. I saw some of it, but I really didn't understand it. It's like your parents say, you know what? The hell you put me through. When you have children, they're going to put you through the same hell. You're laughing like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to do what you did. I'm going to be a better parent. But you know what? Children are children. History does repeat itself. So, but I had to learn you know, that the person that I thought was leading me in the right direction really wasn't, just using me. You know, my godfather said it best. He says, look here. He said, I'm your godfather. He says, my job is to make sure you don't do nothing crazy and stupid and don't get hurt or get arrested. He said, whatever you believe and you believe it, I'm behind you 100%. He said, but I'm going to shoot you straight from the hip and tell you why you should or shouldn't do it. He said, once you leave my presence, you can make whatever decision you want to. And you know what? You can't do nothing but respect that. You know, and I love him to death to this day. So, Tony, if you're listening, that was for you, buddy. So, you know, it's wonderful. And, you know, I love everything I've done in life. There's no regrets. Me and my brothers and my sister, we always made a pact. We don't have regrets. We have learning experiences. You never have regrets. Because you got to realize something. No matter what you do in your life, whatever you do, if you try to go back and change it, if you could go back and change it, it changes every single thing else. So everything happens for a reason. There's a reasons for the season, in my opinion. You know, it's just, hey, things happen for a reason. You know, I can say all day long, man, I don't understand why this deer ran out and hit my car. Hey, now I can get my car fixed. Now I can sit back and say, you know what? Let me appreciate what I do have. So, speaking of deer, I know deer season just started. Was it yesterday? So, if you're out there hunting, guess what? Get as many deer as you can, because I don't want to be dodging deer on 81 or on the turnpike. But of course, since they're out there hunting, the deer are going to run towards the highway again because they're still not stupid. But good luck to anyone out there that's hunting. Be safe, stay alert, stay alive, stay warm, because I know we're in a cold advisory right now. So I know when I came in early this morning at 5 a.m. it was like 30 degrees, but the temperature is a lot higher now. But definitely be safe and bond with your children, because I know a lot of people on Facebook got their son and daughters out there shooting their first deer and stuff. It's still pretty awesome. You know, do your part. I'm gonna do mine by getting some of that free deer meat from my buddies, and then I'll probably be out there. Well, this is December, yeah. I'll be out there this month, go and do my thing. I just don't like to do it in the very first time, because I don't like sitting in the deer stand for 8 hours freezing and not seeing nothing. But you know, other than that, guys, you know, no matter who you vote for, just vote. At the end of the day, just use that right to vote, please. I don't care what no one cares what party you are, because at the end of the day, everyone that's in the service, I got buddies now. They're like, oh, you're Republican? I didn't know. Okay, well, you're still a good guy, and we still have our views. And just like, you know, when you're watching a football game and everyone's yelling this, that, and the other, you're yelling because that's your fan. You know, that's your team. So we do the same thing, and at the end of the day, guess what? We're still gonna drink a beer together. We're still gonna have dinner together. We're still gonna have lunch together, and we're not gonna hate each other. It's just, watching politics for me and my friends is like watching a daggone sports game. At the end of the day, guess what? It's not gonna affect our life, not one bit. As I say, as long as it don't affect me buying a weapon, paying my mortgage, or going hunting, I'm good to go. Because now all of a sudden it's affecting the school, because now the left took away the school choice voucher process. So yeah, that happened. So that's sad, but that's another segment. But it's okay. I got 4 children in school, but our school system here in Franklin County is pretty daggone good, I must say. So thank you, Franklin County. Thank you, the state of Pennsylvania. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And not to say other counties aren't good, but I live in Franklin County, but that's why I said thank you, whole Pennsylvania, state of Pennsylvania. But I'm only affected by Franklin County right now, so don't get mad at me, guys. So yeah, but definitely love it. So with that, let me play another song right quick. Let's play, you know what? Let me play some Rob Zombie. I haven't heard Rob Zombie Dracula in a while. Let's play that. That's an old song.
Through the
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that's Dracula by Rod Zombie. So before I go, hey, remember guys, support John Allison Public House. Every Sunday there's a fundraiser. 15% goes to the organization. This Sunday, the organization was American Heroes Motorcycle Association. So thank you, John Allison Public House, and thank you everyone that dined in on Sunday and any other day. Also, don't forget, WRGG presents the Forever Young Country Christmas Show at the Historical Star Theater at 23 West Seminary Street in Mercersburg. This is on December 19th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. General admission is $20. Contact Linda. Call her up at 717-597-5460. Get into the holiday spirit. They're going to have some country songs, some regular songs, and it's going to be Dale and Kip Young. So come on with the Forever Young Ministries, okay? So, of course, don't forget, Cub Pack 13 to Pajama Drive. They're collecting pajamas. They have to be two-piece and still have the tag on it. This is going to go towards the Hershey Medical Center, Pediatric Center. Pack 13 is collecting pajamas again. So, big and small, you can drop them off here at 113 South Carlisle Street. That ends on December the 13th. So come on in before then. We got 13 days. So come on, do it. So of course, Jan Zeal Wines, you know what they do once a month is give out a free wine tasting for two. So it's Wine Wednesday. So make sure you're the correct caller. You must be 21. You know the law. So they're located at 251 Grant Street, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And of course, that's from WRGG 93.7 FM. We are GA. So before I go, you know what I end the song with? Wiz Khalifa. You know, till I see you again, because you know, guys, I'm gonna see you again. And remember, guys, this opinion is just my opinion. It's not everybody's opinion. And you know what? As our elders tell us, opinion is like a butthole. Everyone has one. But you know what? We still love one another. We're still human beings. You know what I mean? So, hey, I know my buddies will still drink with me. They'll still eat with me. They'll still ride in my car with me. You know what? So, you know, we don't have to get all over-exaggerated over opinion. Come on now. We're better than that. You know, but I know the younger folk don't understand. But the older folk, trust me, we know. It's like water off a duck's back. So as I always say, be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong, and spiritually strong. So until next time, guys. Boom. If you know, sing along.
It's been a
You too. You have a good week also, man.
without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving.
Come a long way from where
Yes.
we began. Oh, I'll tell you all here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How could we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Long day.
Without you, my friend,
Yes.
and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tell me about it.
You've come a long way
Long way.
from where we began.
Come on now.
So I'll tell you
Where we start?
all about it when I see you again.
Say what?
When I see you again.
Yeah. Tell me how the mayor of Seat Pleasant closed down CVS. Can't get your medications, can you?
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. It was small, turned to a friendship turned to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost.
What kind of leadership is that?
And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone.
Oh yeah.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Let the light guide your way.
Tell me about it.
Hold every memory as you go,
As it go,
and every road you take
every road.
always leads you there.
Oh no.
It's been a long day without you, my friend,
Yes.
and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tell me.
We've come a long way
How long?
from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Yes.
When I see you again.
Yes. And we're off. This is WRGG 93.7. We are Greencastle.
Don't miss out. Call 800-WITH-WINS. That's 800-942-9467. Or get started online at pawig.com.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. Your backyard
And
should
we're
be an
off.
oasis.